as we're now joined by the Class AAA 2015 Individual Boys Tennis Champion representing Greater Latrobe, Senior Chad Kissell. Chad, you came in second place a year ago. I'm sure in the back of your mind you thought about your senior year and going out on top, winning the championship in the WPIAL level. Talk about your performance here and how you were able to score this straight set victory.
Yeah, I mean, definitely last year was kind of a bummer losing in the finals, but I knew I had another year. So, I mean, I just worked hard all year and then come out in the finals and play really well. I mean, that was probably the best I've played so far this year, and I mean, my serve was on and my forehand was on, and even Chris played a great match. It was just I was playing really good.
You talk about Chris Gladden. He was a player that amongst juniors is ranked in the top 100 nationally. You amongst seniors ranked in the top 100 nationally. So is this an opponent that really brought out the best in you in terms of your performance here this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, me and Chris, we've played before in tournaments, and this was probably by far, like, the score was furthest away. We went 3 sets the last time we played, so playing Chris, you have to come and play on the top of your game every single time, because no matter what, he's going to come out and play.
What was your mindset going in? Is there anything that you realized that you needed to accomplish early in this contest in order to take command? Because we saw you fall into an early deficit, but you responded pretty quickly out of that and were able to hold on in that first set. And then similar storyline in that second set. You fell behind early, but you were able to take command and ultimately get the straight set victory.
Yeah, I just felt like if I got an early break within the first 1 or 2 games of the set, I felt like I could pull out the set because my serve was on, and I didn't really feel like I was going to get broke at all this today, and I did, and I held serve every time. And
we were raving about your serve out there, saw a number of aces. Is that typically your strongest point, or is that something that just today in particular was excellent?
I mean, it's usually my strength. That's what I practice a lot. That's how I win my matches. I serve big, hold my serve, and then I get a few breaks.
Now, Chad, I've seen you play basketball for several years. I know you gave that up this year, but you play so many sports. How do you have time to focus so much on tennis? I know you're a great golfer. You also did some diving this year, as well as being a former starter on the basketball team. Is it hard at all to balance these sports? And maybe what are some of the benefits of being an athlete in terms of playing multiple sports, and how does that translate to the tennis court?
Definitely benefits basketball is like your fitness. I mean, I feel like I'm always one of the ones who lasts longer. I can always grind out a third set if I need to. But all my other sports, really, I just started playing tennis a lot, like the past 2 years. So all the other sports I kind of just put onto the side. Now
you're going to be playing tennis collegiately. You're going to be going to Valparaiso. Talk about what went into that decision and what really attracted you to that great university.
Valparaiso, my sister went to school with the coach, so that was in on it at first. They offered me a full ride, so that was huge too. Money was a big part of it, and they have really good young talent. I think 5 out of the 6 starters are sophomores, so obviously I think they're going to be a good team soon, and I think I can go out and help their program.
You mentioned your sister. You had 3 sisters that were tremendous players. We highlighted them earlier, the great success that they had, 2 of them winning WPIAL championships. What does it mean to finally get this championship, knowing that you've seen your sisters do it, and I'm sure that you wanted to kind of live up to the expectations that they set?
Yeah, it feels good because, you know, my one sister won states 3 years, the other one won states 1, and she won WPIALs, and I'm always that one who was younger, was always good, but I never had anything to show for it. But I mean, now I have a WPIAL title, so.
Certainly you do have something to show for it, but I'm sure you still have other goals that you want to accomplish. We talked to Luke Phillips, the champion in AA. This doesn't put an end to the journey here of your senior year. You still have a lot more tennis to play, not only in terms of your team performance, but you're going to be moving on to the state championship. You finished 4th a year ago. What do you have to do over the next 4 or 5 weeks to get ready and have even better showing here for your senior year?
I just can't get lazy, you know. Just because I won WPIALs, I can't feel confident going into I do feel confident going to the state tournament, but I have to prepare myself. And I feel like if I just stay with it and train hard for the next 2 or 3 weeks, that I'll be ready for the state championship.
This is your 2015 WPIAL Class AAA Boys Individual Champion representing Greater Latrobe, Chad Kissell. Thanks for joining us here on MSA Sports Center Stage.